Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, and tonight I am making I don't know, actually know what I'm doing. We're going to go
cake.
We're going to have a cake. That's what we're going to have. So make sure you say hi, hello, where you are in the world, and like and share tonight's live to be in with a chance of winning a £25 voucher. Lots of you have won them. They are genuine vouchers. Lots of you have won them and they're great fun. It means that you can spend £25 in our shop or put it towards a class, which is good. So I have got Simon in the kitchen, and very soon I will have Karen in the kitchen. Caroline's a blast from the past, crikey. So Karen will be in the kitchen shortly. So first of all, we're going to put our cake together, and I'll get Simon to shout out who's here. He'll do comments for now. So we're going to do a 6-inch cake, and you know what I'm like, don't do it all properly. So I have one cake from Sweet Success. We're going to use that, and then I'm just going to cut that in half.
So we've got a good audience so far.
Right, very good.
Yeah.
Super duper.
So hello to Janice Fitton, who was the first to say hi.
Who was that? Janice Fitton?
That was the first person to say hi tonight. Kay Fox, Jackie Adams, Carol Shields, Lisa Booth, Elizabeth Lennox, Paula Brown, Kath Eaton, Brenda Arnold. And
is it Brenda Arnold or Breeder Arnold?
Yes, it is Breeder. Sorry Breeder.
Gotta get these things right.
I make extra letters in your name.
I do enough mistakes as it is without you doing them. Right, okay. So hi everyone. So like I say, I don't know whether you know, but Georgie should have been here tonight, but her husband is poorly, so she was going to do tonight's live. So I've been thrown in the deep end, and you know what, there's nothing more fun when I'm just thrown in and I've got to do it.
If you had a bit longer to prepare, you would have done nothing.
Of course, I would have done nothing, absolutely. I would have still been winging it. What am I talking about, Simon? Right, let me just get another little palette knife, 1 second. So we are making, whipping it up buttercream tonight, Swiss meringue buttercream. So I've cut all this up. This is where you go when you're not prepared, you see. Whip the butter up, but it would be a good idea. I'm just thinking, what am I going to put on the cake? I haven't got any buttercream yet. So Simon, have we got this camera on here?
Which one?
This for this one?
It is on.
Yeah. Right,
where
so
would you like it looking?
Over the buttercream. So I have got 2 slabs of butter in the mixing bowl here, and these are 250 gram slabs. So we have got 500 grams of butter. I'm using, what am I using? I think I'm using Morrison's tonight, and all I've done is just whip the living daylights out until it's lovely and light. Yeah, that's all we're going to do. And then what we're going to do is, my favourite flavour from the whipping it up range is black cherry. So I'm going to use black cherry. Now this is a 500 gram pack. It's white in colour and it's a multi-mix. Now when I say it's a multi-mix, it means that you can use it for lots of things. Sugar and Crumbs has been making flavoured icing sugars now. We're going into our 9th year in October. And we've been making flavoured icing sugar, and now this is our sister product, whipping it up. And it's a great product. We were the very first people to think of putting a full multi-mix together. There's a pavlova mix out there, there's a meringue mix out there, royal icing mix, there's a Swiss meringue buttercream mix, there's all those. But when we developed this, we wanted it to be a multi-mix, and we were the first to come up with all that as a great idea. And it's just so that some people just use it for making macarons, some people use it for making Swiss meringue buttercream, some people just like using it to make biscuits and cake. You can do lots of things with it. It's white in colour. We don't colour it like we don't colour our icing sugars, because we want you to colour your own. And also, what colour would we have? So we've got black cherry. Would you really want deep purple, or would you want lilac? So the best way to do it is you do it yourself. Yeah, so because I've put 2 slabs of butter in here, I'm going to put the whole bag in here. Now the other good thing is our bags are 500 gram bags, so I'm going to make a double batch basically. So one batch will cover an 8-inch cake, but I'm going to do a double batch because I want some extra, and I may have to make some more yet, so we'll see how it goes. So we're just going to have this in. So we've whipped our butter till it's light and fluffy. That over there. Karen will be with us soon. Yeah. Karen did a fabulous live this morning on choux pastry. Oh my goodness, she brought them into work.
So just a reminder, everybody, all these products are on our website.
Yep. Oh, there you go. And Simon's got it up there, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Yes. And don't forget to like and share. So Karen did a fantastic live this morning on choux pastry, and she brought all these choux buns in. Well, I ate 3, could have easily ate 4 and 5. She said there's some more in the fridge. I don't even look. I really cannot do any more. John ate 2, and he never eats cake. And Yin and Laura ate 2, and they don't eat it. I think everybody had 2 each. They were to die for. How many did you have, Simon? Don't telling me that. I'm sure you must have had one. I know they're not gluten free, but you sure you didn't have a sneaky one?
Wasn't kind enough to make them gluten free for me today.
Well, let me tell you, and with the flavoured icing sugar as well in the cream, they were just to die for. So the reason she's not here, she's putting the recipe on. So she's doing that. She was going to do it this afternoon, but she had to come to the warehouse and help us. And deliver cakes. And deliver cakes, yeah. So she has to come and help us. Then she went home for a few hours, and now she's back. So she'll be in here very soon. Right, so you'll see that I put the full bag of whipping it up. So we've got 2 slabs of butter in here. Doesn't matter whether you use salted or unsalted, it's entirely up to you, it's personal choice. If you don't like things as sweet, then use salted. You can also use slightly salted, or you can use 1 salted and 1 block unsalted. So your choice is yours, isn't it? Whip the butter up until it's lovely, light and fluffy. We're going to drop the icing sugar in. Chop it all in. The reason we chop it in is because we don't want a big icing cloud all over the kitchen. And there we go, that's going to go back on the mixer. Before I turn it on, get the scales out. Now remember, because this is a double mix, we're going to put in 270 grams or mils of tepid water. Okay? So because it's liquid, mils and grams are the same, but if we were using powder, mils and grams are not the same. Yeah, so let me just turn the scales on. Ooh, battery, low battery. Right, I've got a low battery. Just let me find out where another set of scales are. Just hang on a minute, ladies. Would be good if we had a set of scales,
yes,
wouldn't it?
It is 500 grams of butter and 500 grams of whipping it up, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, just a minute.
Obviously, you could use half that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. For an 8-inch cake to cover, you only need half of it.
But you've only got 6-inch cake, haven't you?
Yes, I know, but I want to make flowers with the whole mix, don't I?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's see if this is working. Oh, there we go. Let's zero it. You're just going to start singing then, Simon?
I was just...
Did I feel a little...
I was just looking through the comments to see if there's anything that needed answering.
Right, so we've got 270 mils.
Elaine Lawton, I don't know why you're freezing only on Sugar and Crumbs. We're not outputting at any particular different rate to anybody else, so I can't...
No, we've sorted our Wi-Fi out. We don't have any issues anymore now. So if you get any issues, boot out and boot back in again.
Yeah, she said
and just double check. Maybe the weather in your area. Yeah. So maybe boot out. Check that nobody else is streaming anything in your house or on the Wi-Fi. That's what you need to do. So we have got this on. So we're going to put this down.
You could try, Elaine. You could try watching it at a lower resolution if you're having.
Well, that'd be too technical for them.
It's usually a little box, but...
Right. So now what we're going to do is we've got the mixer on, and then we're going to slowly start adding our water. Okay. We're not using a whisk, we're using a beater, and we're just going to slowly start adding the water. And you're just going to let it trickle in. In fact, I'm just going to pour this into a jug. Just hang on a second. Hi, Karen.
Hello. Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, it's alright. We all know that you've been working hard.
Yes, it's on.
Good, the recipe's on.
Recipe's on.
So we're just going to add the water. We just gently add it in till it's all incorporated. Turn up the mixer slightly. The black cherry, if you haven't tried black cherry, you really must. I have to say it's my absolute favourite. It's the one I use all the time. I love it. And it's not the top selling one, amazingly, and I just don't get it why it's not. And if you want to tone it down and you've got a bag of vanilla, use half a bag of black cherry and half a bag of velvet vanilla. That'll help. And I'm talking about whipping it up here, not the flavoured icing sugars. This is what we're making, so don't add water to your flavoured icing sugars. If you're going to do this with flavoured icing sugars, it's completely different. You only need 250 grams of butter, 500 grams of icing sugar, and then you beat them up. So you beat your butter, and then you add your icing sugar, and then you just beat for 30 seconds. This, we're making Swiss meringue buttercream, and what this is, gives a much more glossier mix. It's actually lovely, and
it looks dead shiny, doesn't it?
yeah. I'm going to pipe with it tonight, so we're going to pipe some flowers, we're going to put them in the freezer, and then we'll put the whole cake together.
They're on here saying there's a lot on here, love the black cherry.
Oh, is there? Good.
Yeah,
Is it warm water you're using there?
I'm using tepid water on the slightly hot side. It was on the cool side, and then I turned the kettle on. It was on the hot side, and I couldn't turn it down because we were going live. You know how it is.
I must admit, Lisa's just tried the llama flavour. Delicious. It is delicious, the llama flavour banana.
Now, is that the llama flavoured icing sugar, or is it the bananas and strawberries whipping it up that we've got on at the moment? But all the icing sugars are fantastic. They're all great. They're really very, very nice. They don't please everybody, you know, and you can't please everybody, can you? But the majority of people love them. They're a really great, convenient product. They're all natural in flavour. These are natural in flavour as well. We had an interesting question last night, and somebody said that because of the egg that is in this, is it free range? And I went, don't know. So anyhow, I was onto the company website, and yes, they are the free range. That's brilliant.
Could you just repeat the amount of water needed, please, Carol?
Yeah, I will. I'll just go for it in a minute. Right. Okay. So we haven't got any icing sugar here, have we? Right. Okay. So we are using whipping it up. We're using whipping it up. So this is our sister product to our flavoured icing sugars. So our flavoured icing sugars is 500 gram bag, 250 grams of butter. You whip the living daylights out of the butter. You then add the icing sugar and you beat for 30 seconds, and then you've got a crusting buttercream. Okay. This is Swiss meringue buttercream, and this is a multi-mix. We have brought this out as an all-in-one mix for making several things. But like I said before, there's other things on the market that just do one at a time, and they're now realising that they can make all the things that we could do. But we're just bringing ours out as a multi-mix, so you can make macarons, you can make biscuits with it, you can make pavlovas, meringues, Swiss meringue buttercream, you can make mousse, fluff, roulade,
Biscuits.
I've said biscuits, can't think. It's like generation game here, isn't it? Said all them. Was you not listening, Karen?
I was reading through his comment on here, no, I'm sorry.
So, anyhow, so that's, you can make loads of things in here. But this is slightly different. So this is a 500 gram bag, okay? Same as the icing sugar. But what you do with this is you only use half a bag. So you use half a bag on one slab of butter. And that will cover an 8-inch cake for you. So that will put the filling in the middle and it will cover it for you. But because I want to do flowers, I'm actually going to use a full bag, okay? And we still might need a little bit more, so I might have to get Karen to get a slab of butter out shortly, but hopefully not, yeah? So I've put in 500 grams, so because I'm going for the full bag, I've put in 500 grams of butter, and I've put 270 mils of water in. It's tepid water, as mine was on the slightly hot side, don't worry about that. And then I'm beating it. So I've beat the living daylights out of the butter so that it's white and fluffy. I've chopped in the whipping it up. Now added the butter, incorporated it together, and I'm just seeing how it's doing. You should be able to see it on the mixer there. So you'll see that it's now pulling away from the bowl. I'll just turn it up a bit more. And we're done.
Carol
Okay.
Burnett has asked a question which I know you always like to answer.
Oh, great.
Is this the gritty one?
She says, when I mix my icing sugar, it tastes a bit gritty. What am I doing wrong?
You can get your finger in the bowl, love. Take your finger out.
I know that the answer just went straight through my head when I read it. Take your finger
How
out
many people said take your finger out your bowl? Stop eating it. Stick it on the cake. It'll be fine. Okay. So gritty icing sugar. The way to get rid of the gritty icing sugar, to be fair, you shouldn't mix butter and icing sugar together all in one go. So I do see people throwing the butter in the machine, throwing the icing sugar in the machine. You know, it was how my grandma showed me how to do it. And that's the way you did it. But really, whip the living daylights out of the butter, then put in your icing sugar, chop it in, give it a 30-second mix. You won't have it so grainy. And if it is, just add a drop of hot water to it. It'll be absolutely fine. But seriously though, guys, take your finger out the bowl. Stop trying it. Just stick it on the cake. Try it then. It won't be gritty. All right, so it's absolutely fine. I've been making buttercream for years now. I've never had one person, I don't make cakes for sale, but I don't ever have one person come back to me and say, that buttercream was a bit dodgy, you know, feel grit in it. So that's all it is, okay? Now with the Swiss meringue buttercream, it's a different texture altogether because we've had water, then you don't get that at all, okay? But you get a much more softer, silky mix. So to be fair, I probably won't like this, but it's like margarine, isn't it? It's like a soft margarine type of coating. So here we go. So we're done. I'm just get this off the mixer. Just 1 second. I'm just cleaning my paddle. So just saying, Karen, that we don't know what we're making. As it said on your email, an ombre cake, because John said what am I making. I said no idea. Probably an ombre cake. What's an ombre cake? Who knows? It was a bit of a fancy word for me, wasn't it? And then Simon came and said, what we're making. I said, I don't know, a cake. So I said, just call it cake decorating. He said, I can't call it cake decorating. I said, all right then, call it Buttercream Flowers. So what have you got, Simon?
Oh, Elaine Lawson says she thinks she's cracked it because I've told her to
tell Simon he's amazing. You want to read that bit out?
Oh, Simon. Oh, Simon is so good. We love Simon.
I don't want to blow my own trumpet, do I?
No, you would never blow your own trumpet, would you?
You're for me to read it. I'm
not going to say I'm amazing.
You're not going to say you're amazing, like you just said you're amazing.
Oh, Simon, you are amazing.
So if you look on the overhead now, look how lovely this is. It's lovely, soft, shiny, really very, very nice, yeah? So it's great.
Sorry. I've just seen what Jill
Yeah, I've just seen what Jill wrote.
What did she write?
How's your magnets, Carol?
They are doing well. I went to the loo before we went live and I thought, oh, I'll show you my magnets. But then I thought, best not, because somebody would wonder why I've got my hand down my knickers. Just didn't think it was a good idea. You lot know me, you know.
Keep it professional, Carol.
Absolutely. That's what I'm doing, keeping it professional.
Absolutely.
So I love my magnets. So whoever told me about it, oh, I did have a funny attachment. What did I get attached to the other day?
You didn't.
I did. And I was laughing my head off. It'll come back to me, because the one thing it hasn't done is sorted my memory out. But I haven't stopped having all hot sweats, and I've got to be honest, I've got a thick jumper on, so I'm going to ask Simon to open the door in a minute. But that's not because I'm having. It's not because I'm having a mad moment. It's because it's frigging boiling in this room. So if Simon just wants to open the door for a couple of minutes, that would be great.
Lynn's just asking a question about the icing sugar. She's gone to order a large bag of velvet vanilla and we're out of stock. Any idea when we're going to get them in?
Right, I'll double check tomorrow. I will tell you we've got lots of stock of everything. The only problem is we've moved the warehouse, and with moving the warehouse at the moment we are so behind. So we had to start packing it all up early last week, and then it all had to go on pallets, and then we started the move on Thursday night. And I think we were starting the move, I think we was there till 10. We was there till, we did all day from 6 in the morning till 8 o'clock on Friday. And then we did a 6 on Saturday. And Karen messaged me on Sunday, because I wanted to take Sunday off and I felt everybody had to have Sunday off. And Karen messaged me Sunday morning as I was dying. Every bone in my body hurt. Even between my finger, every single joint hurt, still hurt. My ankles, couldn't even lie my bones on the bed. I had to have pillows for them to sort of flop on, did you? And then she said to me, I think I've been run over by a tractor. And I said, I think I've been run over by a tractor and reversed back over 20 times. It's so painful. And I asked all the lads, and all the lads said they felt great until they sat down.
Yeah.
And then once they sat down, they couldn't get up.
Well, Brina said you laughed when she suggested magnets to you.
Was it Breda who said it?
Yes.
Is that Brina Arnold?
Yes.
Oh, right. So, Breda, I have to thank you, because I will tell you they have changed my life. But I just need to think what I got attached to the other day. I've not been attached to anything. It was something.
Was it any metal? Was it any like metal frames
down at the
warehouse? It made
I think it was
tables.
I didn't get stuck to the table. It was something I was holding. So it will come back to me if my memory comes back. That just hasn't sorted my memory out, that's all. So...
and then got sort of my tongue out.
So,
any idea when you're getting any more nifty nozzle minis in?
Oh, don't even ask.
Right.
So I think the Russians have done a runner. So seriously, I'm not even joking. I've given up with them. So they have gone on holiday, the Russians, probably on the amount of mini nifty nozzles I bought off them. So God bless them. They've not had a holiday in 5 years, and they have had it tough. So I've not heard from them. But hopefully soon. It does take them a long time to make them, and I don't know. I've got to be honest, I'm not answering an email at the moment. You know, we've had these conversations before.
Liz Mosley's asking about, this is a question I can answer, I think.
Go on then. I'll think about what was attached to.
No. Are you going to sell the Dawn Butler kits, please? But I know
the handbag kits?
Yes, I know.
Oh yes, we've got them. They're on the website. I'm going to talk about new stuff.
Haven't you, Sammy? Could you be taking photos?
Yes.
I haven't taken photos of them. I've got them there to take photos of.
You will have photos done by tomorrow, and I don't care that he's off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By tomorrow morning, they'll be on my website.
How am I going to do that?
Because you've had them all weekend.
When I'm
You've
looking
no
for
excuses.
rulers for you.
Yeah, well, there you go. Right, yeah. So we've got all three kits. We've got the rectangle, the oval, and the round. So while I'm on that subject, Karen, can you just do a couple of notes in your phone, or have you got a pen and paper there?
I've left my phone in there. I'll go get a pen and paper. Also, just while you're doing that, what size is your pink board that you're using there?
This pink board,
Yeah.
This is the big one. This is the 600 by whatever it is. Don't know what the measurements is. Is it 610 by 595 or something like that?
Right,
Yeah.
I've got my pen and paper. What would you like?
Right, okay then. So can you write down velvet vanilla large bags?
Yeah.
I know we've got them. They are on the shelves. Got loads of them. Okay, and then mini nifty nozzles, and then carry bags for Simon. Right, and I'm looking here frantically for what I'm looking for. Let me just put this in here a minute.
Tina said she was making a hot drink in work and a teaspoon got attached to her. A colleague didn't tell her anything straight away, so she must have...
Dropped it down the toilet a couple of times. It is funny, ain't it? You're going to walk around with a teaspoon. I mean, I didn't believe you would get magnetised to anything, but I just need to know what it was because it was something really daft. I couldn't believe it. But anyhow, well done for walking around with a teaspoon. I can't remember for the life of me. It was this weekend when I was at work. Right, okay, so... So you know I don't do this nice and neat. You know I just pretend I'm a cake artist. You know, just pretend we're doing that.
Carol, what's your favourite word?
Winging it.
Rustic.
Rustic, yeah. So if you're new and you're watching tonight, hope you enjoy it. Our audience will keep you entertained about how I cake decorate. So it's a case of I can cake decorate, but I'm just not a professional. I just prefer to do it my way. I can't be doing with all the argy-bargy and bit. Right. So let me just...
Is that not right?
Hey?
Say the wrong thing now.
I can't... What? I just can't be doing with all the other bits. So, Karen, do you want to just pass me a turntable, please?
Certainly.
So, I'm too busy thinking about how I'm going to decorate this cake.
Your brain's going 19 to the dozen there. Everything can do what you
Seriously.
You're just going to wing it, aren't you?
I go live thinking, and these don't even know what we're doing. And I go live, and then we end up with something.
Amazing.
And we're all quite happy. We're all going to shop and think, right, we got away with that again. So I've got some new products that I want to show you because I'm going to have to put this in the fridge as well, this buttercream. So I have to put this in the fridge. So you can see how glossy it is. Look how lovely it is. I'm not going to bother about making it all nice and level. I've never had a level cake in my life, okay, because what we do is we don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm just going to push that over there. I'm going to stick this on here.
Paula says, however you do it, it all comes out fabulous
That's
in
it.
the end.
It's amazing. Who was I having that conversation with tonight? I was having a conversation that we're just always really chuffed something happens. It might have been at work actually today. Right, okay. So we're just doing it my way, really. I like to do some odd little things, really, to make it look as though I know what I'm doing, you know, like this type of thing here.
We've got a fantastic audience tonight.
Ah, great, that's what we want. Pretty good. Just filling up my piping bag. Go. So my buttercream is quite soft, so I am going to have to put it in the fridge to firm up afterwards. It's just a little bit too soft for piping, but while it's firming up, I can be showing you some new products and getting the bags ready.
I've cleared your space in this fridge over here.
Have you?
To put the
Great.
cake in, yeah.
Great. Don't worry, when you knock stuff off the side like this, it all just goes back on again. And I've my 6-inch top. Did you do this in a 6-inch pan, Karen? Yeah. So don't worry. Just slide it all on, it'll be absolutely fine.
Don't forget to like and share tonight for a chance to win a £25 gift voucher.
Yeah, well done, Karen. So we draw them on a Friday. We got a class this Friday.
No.
Are you doing the live so you can do them this week?
Yes.
So talking of classes, if anybody wants to join classes, we've got lots of you joining classes, got some fabulous classes. What did you all think of Ollie the Choc?
Very, very professional, very talented.
He's brilliant, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, oh.
So I've built the group now, the Facebook group, and everything you need is in that group. So there's 2 moulds that you need. You just buy them off Amazon. They're less than a tenner each. I think one's £6 something and one's £9 something. Now one's for a mini shoe and one's for a larger shoe.
Oops, and guess who bought one of each?
Who?
Me.
Have you? What for?
Because when I'm watching, I want to go and do it. I'll be commenting and then I did that with Claire. I watched Claire's and then I bought them and then I went and did some.
So you've got one like 5 size 4 shoe and one
like
size 9.
Yeah, it looks like it was something like that when it arrives. There's a medium one and a big one, so it's just for different size cakes.
Well, great.
Right, okay. So we're gonna. Where is the kitchen roll?
I know I do fancy having a go at that pizza tablet he did on the table.
So do I.
Because you know when he had the sea salt in it, it was absolutely delicious.
Oh, let me tell you,
Amazing, that,
I am just never going to lose weight. It's funny, Karen did those elephant's feet this morning, and like I say, I've ate 3 of them. Yin, who never eats any, ate 2. She's so good, isn't she? Laura is always on some sort of keep fit thing, scoffed 2 of them, and she never does that either. You know, normally she just goes by and has a sniff. But she's got no, but she ate 2. John ate 2. And then Karen says there's 5 in the fridge at home. Well, she's going to have to take them home. Oh, I said to her, you'll have to take some home. The lads have all had some, haven't they? So
I got home with my husband because I made them yesterday, didn't I? Because I was playing yesterday. And my husband went, I had 2 after my dinner. I said, thank God for that. They're going out the fridge.
So, right, okay. So I never worry about my cake being lopsided because it's all going to be all right, okay? So I'm going to now put this just in the freezer to just help firm it up a little bit quicker. So just let me check this space. Karen, is there any chance you could get me a couple of clean cloths, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was about to put the turntable in the freezer. Right, let's put that in the freezer a minute. Right, okay, so let's stick that over there a minute. Let's get rid of this. So I've decided my colours are going to be pink tonight. Are you surprised? So
No, they're loving your nails, so they're not surprised.
oh, are they? Yes, I've gone back to colour, girls. Gone back to colour.
There you go, Carol. Do you want a dry one as well?
Pardon?
Do you want a dry one as
Then
well?
I'll just give you this dirty one, please.
It says Carol Tucker is asking, does the whipping it up firm up like buttercream or does it stay soft?
You need to just pop it in the fridge. That's all, and then it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm popping mine in the freezer just to speed things up a little bit. So,
Well, it doesn't crust over the same, does it?
no, that's what's so nice about it. It doesn't crust over so, the same at all. So I am just going to divide the mix. Karen, do you want to just get another blob of butter for me, because I think we might have to make another one. But we'll see. Hopefully not. I always say to Karen, get out another one, make another mix, and then we never use it. But just in case I need it.
Do you want to start softening it down a bit or leave it?
No, just leave it for the moment. What's in there, get rid of that. We don't need the jam anymore, that can go. Right, colours, pink, that's it. So we're going to do a really dark pink, and I need a bit for a green. Just 1 second. Can't forget my leaves, they hide everything. So just take a spoonful out of here, a spoonful out of there. There we go. So I'm going to do a nice big squirt in there, just a little squirt in there, and a medium squirt in there. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to pop this in the fridge just to firm up a bit while we get the bags ready. Now normally I wouldn't do this, but I've definitely over softened my butter. So there we go. It takes 2 minutes to colour this. You can colour it with gel, you can also colour it with powder colouring. So if you want to colour a whole batch with powder colour, add the powder colour to the icing sugar if you want to colour a whole batch with it. But if you only want to do bits of a batch, get the powder colour, pop it into a little cup, and then just add a couple of drops of water, stir it in, and then add it to each batch. But I just like using the gels, I find it fine. That's done. Done. So we've got a busy week, so I've got a class tomorrow. So Georgie's husband, if you're in Georgie Godball's class, Georgie's husband is not very well and he can't drive. So tomorrow it's going to be a very entertaining day in that class because I'm doing it. So I said to Georgie, don't worry girl, I'll do it. Don't you worry. I'll take one for the team, I'll do the class. So she is watching tomorrow while she has a meltdown. Anyhow, thankfully Jerry Chew came to the rescue and she said, Carol, don't worry, I'll come and help you. So between Jerry Chew and I tomorrow, we're going to make a super cake in Georgie's class. And Georgie, God bless her, has sent everything up in the post. So she's pre-made loads of things to help take the stress away. And it's going to be a great day tomorrow.
Thanks for all the polystyrene balls, Georgia.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if she's watching. Okay. So I don't know if she's watching. So anyhow, but that's the thing. So he's just not very well, but he, hopefully everything's going to be all right soon. And then the other thing is we've got no class on Wednesday, have we?
No.
So Thursday we've got Buttercream Flowers on Thursday. So those who are in that class. So we've got Tracy Mann in the morning at 11:30, doing an edible chocolate transfer sheet. She'll be doing something marvellous, or painting. 1:30 if you're in the Buttercream Flowers, join me. You can always join that class at any time. You just go back over the last recordings. I'm just going to sit down for a little bit now. You go over the last recordings, watch those, and then you keep up. We do one every week. So we do a 2-hour session but it always ends up 3 or 4. But don't ever worry, you don't have to watch all of it. But we just always enjoy ourselves in the group. We have a great time. So this week it's on Thursday at 1:30, and we're doing clematis and enemies. No, is it enemies? Is that how you say it? Anemones? Enemies?
No.
It's all different.
Anemones?
Yeah, anemones. Well, whatever it is, it begins with
Don't
A.
know.
So that will do.
He's not the other one that I said. An enema.
It's not enemies. We're not doing enemies.
I don't want any of them. No, I don't. So we're doing them on Thursday. Then on Friday, Karen is in the kitchen, vegan bacon, 11:30. So Karen has 2 wonderful slots, Mondays and Fridays. You should come and watch her, you know, she's actually very good. I was talking to somebody on the phone today, and she said, oh, I love it. She said, yeah. She said, I love watching Karen. She said she's come on, because we threw Karen in the deep end, you know. Because when COVID was on, John said to me, Carol, you're going to have to do Facebook Lives, no advertising, Facebook Lives all the time, keep everybody baking, keep them happy, don't do any selling, just do Facebook Lives. And I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do then? When am I going to do that, John? He's going, don't know, so exactly what am I going to make? So anyhow, thankfully, after Karen had to go on 3 weeks furlough, we got Karen back in the kitchen and she got launched onto Facebook Lives. And how has she come on from those first Facebook Lives? Do you remember the days when I used to tell her and Simon off for wittering on, like I do? I'm allowed to witter because I'm the boss, they're not. So, hasn't she come on? Bacon is amazing. So she has her own slot at 11:30 on Mondays and Fridays. So you should watch those. So here's the 3 colours that we've got here now. Yeah. So I'm just going to pop them in the freezer as well. In fact, Karen, do you want to just go around and pop these in the freezer while I get my bags ready? So
Yes, Annabelle, could you let Annabelle know what you're using to colour your Swiss brown buttercream, please?
Yeah, I'm actually using Colour Splash, but you can use any. You know, if you've got Pro Gel, use Pro Gel. I could do them going in the freezer, Karen.
In the freezer, sorry.
Only because I need them to freeze a bit. I need them to activate a bit quicker. So normally I put these in the fridge. I've just put too much. I've just loosened the butter a little bit too much. But if you do that, you now know what you're doing, don't you? You're going to put them in the freezer. So take a box out, Karen. So there you go. Don't worry about it. Cake's, my freezer's full of cake. Right. So you can use any colours, but I'm using the Colour Splash gels. I like these. They're dead cheap. They're dead easy. They're nice. They colour up nicely. There's some colours that are stronger than others. We use Fractal. Fractal is very, very strong. Pro Gel is quite strong as well. I'm quite happy with these. They're fine for what I need them for. So let's get some bags ready. So we've got some piping bags here. And then the piping bags that I'm going to use are, I'm going to use the 1M Wilton. I'm going to use that. So when you put in the 1M Wilton,
If you put those in the bin, they won't keep falling over.
right. So we're going to use the 1M Wilton. Now the 1M Wilton's quite sharp on the top. I'll just go to the overhead. I don't know whether you can see that on the overhead. It's quite sharp. Can you see it? It's a star nozzle, a large star nozzle. Now because it's sharp, if you just drop this in the bag, it will tippy tip all around the bag and you'll end up with little puncture wounds. So what you do is you roll your bag down, okay, open it up, roll it down like a pair of stockings. Take this, put it on your finger. Do not push your finger through, okay? I don't want to see any fingers through there because when they're through there, they don't come back very well. Okay? Yeah. So just put your finger in there and then just gently ease it into your bag. Okay? So that's all you need to do. Ease it into your bag. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut below the V there. So let me just push it down. So to cut below the V, I like to cut on the seam. So we're going to cut the seam there, we're going to push the nozzle back and then we're going to cut across. I'm going to push the nozzle through and we're done. So that's nozzle number 1, yeah. Then we're going to use the 366 nozzle. Okay, now this is the large leaf tip. This is the Wilton. It's a large leaf tip. I haven't got out the small one, the 352, because we're going to use the large one. I like this for lots of things. This is great for making poinsettias, sunflowers, and really nice big green leaves. We're probably going to use this one twice. So I'm going to use it for pink at the moment, and then I'll use it for green. So pop that in there. So I've just realised I haven't coloured my green either. Is there any chance you could get me another bowl, Karen, please?
Yes, certainly.
Sorry. just in case I don't use all the green. So we're going to use that one there. Always take these little diamond offcuts and throw them out the way. They have a nasty way of getting into your butter, so make sure you wing them over there. So just while I'm thinking, I've realised I've not done my green, so I'm just going to use half of this for green, and then I'm going to put the rest in the freezer as well. So let's just take that. You can pop that white in the freezer if you want. And then we'll get this green going. So we're using the leaf green. So it's really nice and glossy, this. Now the green that we put there, if we put that in normal buttercream, okay, it would have gone a real darker green, but because of the amount of butter is in this, it takes a little while to darken up. Don't worry, so we're just going to pop a little bit more in. So my two favourite colours of green is this leaf green and pistachio, pistachio being my favourite green, but I want leaf green today.
Okay, you can access all the lives via our website or via YouTube.
Oh, yes.
She's missed a lot, you see. So.
Oh yeah. All our lives get streamed to YouTube every session. Okay. The only thing that doesn't go to YouTube is the classes because they're private groups. But all the lives go to YouTube. So all you do is go to YouTube, pop in Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles, and then go to videos. All right. Now we have a stream full of 1-minute videos and a stream full of all the other big videos, and just go in there, have a look. There's thousands of videos in there. We've been doing lives now for 4 years on a Monday. Thursday, I think we're just short of 3 years on a Thursday, and we've been doing them on Mondays and
Fridays since March.
Yeah, that's you, but we were doing them on Mondays anyhow, but we weren't doing Fridays, were we? So March since for Fridays, and Mondays were, I don't know, 12, 18 months, something like that. So loads of videos that we do. And plus we have guests on as well. So we've got that, so we've done that bag. Now the other nozzle that we're going to use is a peony nozzle, and it's a large petal nozzle. And they call it, it's the Gem 123, so we're going to make a large peony with this. You can also make a rose with this as well. So we're going to bag this one up. Now when you bag this one up, okay, you've got a thin end. Let me just turn it round. You've got a thick end, which is there, and you've got a thin end, okay? Now this is just the way I like to do it. You have a seam on your piping bag, okay? So on your piping bag, get this on your finger, again don't push it through, but the thin end, and pop your thin end in line with the seam, alright? And I'll tell you why when we come to use it in a minute. And again, cut off your little bit, throw it away because we don't want it in the sugar, and then roll down a little bit as well. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And then we are going to use the Queen of Hearts flower nail. Well done, Karen. I still haven't remembered what was magnetised to, so I definitely can't remember what this is. So we're going to use the flower nail. Could you just get me a dummy out of there if you can do a cake dummy out of there? So
what?
So just that Karen was pointing at Simon for being the dummy. So we're going to use that. We're going to use that. Thank you. Just any cake dummy will do. Yeah, stick that in there. And then, pardon? And then we're going to cut up some greaseproof papers. Yeah. So we've got greaseproof papers cut up there, and that's what we're going to pipe on as well in a minute. So if you've got any questions, ask Karen. She'll be able to shout them out and help you. There's another nozzle that we're going to use as well. So we've got this big gem set here. Now these are Savoy nozzles, okay, and I love these for a little bit of extra effects. So I'm actually going to use this one actually because I quite like the look of this one. And this is a Gem 1ES. You get 12 nozzles in this set, and it's perfect for like if you want to do loads of different colour types, blobs, or if you want to use it for your macarons or anything like that. Look, they're massive. Look, they're massive. They really are. Yeah. So that's a great set. But I want to use this one. It's the 1ES, and we don't sell it separately, unfortunately. It just comes in the set. But all of those are great. So again, roll down your bag like you did with a pair of stockings. Pop this because it's sharp. Pop this on the end of your finger there. Don't push it through. Pop it in the bag. Slide it. There we go. Push it back. Whatever you do, don't push back like that. So if you're gonna have to push that back, use one of these if you can't. Just push it back.
The jammy palette knife.
Yeah, well, it was clean on the other side. Yeah, and I realised as I did that, it was clean on that side. So just push it back.
So what was that set called? What was the set called again?
It's called the Gem. Do you know what? It's on our website. I'd have to get you to have a look at it. Get you to have a look what it is. But it's under Gem, the brand Gem. And it's like large piping nozzles, but they are Savoy nozzles, but they're not called Savoy nozzles on the website. So I do need to change the name really and call it Savoy piping nozzles. Right, okay then. Ooh.
It just hit me there.
Daddy long legs.
You just scared the life out of me.
Yeah. I didn't realise, I never knew that Daddy long legs only live one day. So, eh? Yeah, I do. And moths only live one day, don't they? Is it 1 day or 2 days that moths get?
A couple of days, I think, from off. Well, see, Daddy long legs.
But if you think about it, it's only a tiny little body, isn't it? I suppose a day's a long time for them. It must be about 20 years to them, I think. So, who knows? Right, so we've got that there. Right, how do we think the cake is firming up, Karen?
It's firm but lovely, your cake.
It's firm but lovely. Great, okay. And what do we think about the buttercream in the fridge?
Yes.
Right, good. Is that firm but lovely as well?
Firm but lovely.
Good. Could you get? Oh, crikey! I thought you were passing me buttercream.
I am doing that.
Right, great.
Just getting
Yeah. We might have to put them back in again.
I'm just thinking the deeper pink one. I might have to just leave that in a little bit.
Yeah, this one.
What about? How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. Great.
The deep part, I'll have to leave the deep one just a little bit longer. It's a little bit soft, that one.
That's fine. Great.
And your green one's just a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. That's nice. And can you pass me a baking tray, Karen?
Yeah.
It's alright, you can go past me. I don't breathe from the back. That's brilliant, thanks very much. So the darker pink, because it went in first, just been in there a bit longer. So it's just that it's got a few little lumps in, that's all, don't worry. Right, okay, so we're going to get our cake here. And you'll see that my cake isn't straight, because it never is. Okay, and then we are going to, oh, we've got a clean palette knife, which is handy, can you see it? Lopsided there. Don't worry about that, because we just tidy it all up afterwards. I never worry about a lopsided cake. And I've never had anybody say to me, it's lopsided.
So,
hey?
Nobody died from eating a lopsided
cake. So I'll just pop on this colour first.
That's
I'll just pop it.
paint that one.
I'm just going to pop this on. So I'm sitting down because I've got to be honest, my back is killing me after the weekend work that we've done. So normally I would stand up for this. So you'll see it all come round in a minute. So we're just going to put it on.
If you leave the bowls uncovered, will the Swiss brown buttercream go crusty?
No. What they will do is firm up. The best thing you can do is make your Swiss brown buttercream and use it all. Now, if you don't use it all, you do have to put it into an airtight container. And when you bring it back, okay, so it's very important to learn how to bring this back. You have to bring it back to room temperature. You have to have your mixing bowl warm. Okay, this mustn't be ice cold. And then you put it back on and you warm it. Now the other day, I tried to warm it in a class, on a live, and I'm never going to do that trick again because you do need quite a few minutes with it, and I was there hugging a bowl looking like a fool. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever come across a hugger bowler or whatever you call it, but a bowl hugger.
I've seen a tree hugger, but not a bowl hugger.
Yeah, well, I became a bowl hugger and ended up looking right numpty. Anyhow, but those are the things. I do make a bit of a numpty of myself at times, but so anyhow, after the live, I sorted it out after the live, and basically I got out a hot tea towel, put that on, and then I just added a little bit more, whipping it up, and it all came back. Because otherwise it can go a little bit curdly and loose. But even when you make normal fresh Swiss meringue buttercream, it does exactly the same. So don't ever worry about that. That's how it does it.
Well, Lynn's also asking, once it's made up, how long does it last?
The Swiss meringue buttercream?
Yes.
Well, there's no cream in it really, so it lasts as long, because it's pasteurised egg as well, and it's powdered egg, and because it's which is safe for pregnant women, which is great. Because it's that, it lasts for the date of your butter. Really.
And can you freeze it?
You can, but you have the same problem when you bring it back. You need to bring it back to room temperature. Yeah, bring it back to room temperature, and then it may, when you put it in the beater, it may curdle. So you do need to be prepared to become a bowl hugger. Your husband might think that you're a bit weird and wondering why you're loving the mixing bowl not as much as him. So that could cause some concerns. Have I got another pink in the fridge, Karen?
You have. Sam, could you reach out? It was
Which is the lighter pink?
I think it was a deeper pink than that.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the deep.
Okay then, right. Okay, so that's. Don't worry. Yeah, you can take that out.
And we've got a green at the top as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want the green yet?
No,
This
not
is
yet.
the. Is this the darkest pink or the
Yeah,
middle
I
pink?
I wanted them in shades, but anyhow, don't worry. It's just a change of plan. This is what happens when we're winging it on the night.
They
So,
look the same colour.
eh? Well, it's not now ombre anymore, is it? So I could actually do maybe a little ombre in the middle instead. Could be a new take on a fault line cake, couldn't it, if I do it dark there?
Ooh, yeah.
So all you do here, so this is what we do when we're not professionals. We muck about like this. Yeah. That's what we do. Just get the darker one. Oh, that's nice. Should get that one. So let's just mix this. So this is lovely and firm now. So we don't need any more buttercream, Karen, you saved.
Brilliant.
So I always ask Karen to get me out another slab just in case, because I have a little bit of a mad panic. So ideally, in the ideal world, if we'd been thinking about this, Karen and I, instead of just winging it like we are doing, we would have had this at the bottom, we would have had the lighter one in the middle, and we would have had the very light on the top. But now we're just having what we've got, because that's all we've got. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, it's going to look pretty anyhow. And have you seen how the colours have matured now they've been in the fridge? So I'm just softening this up now. So I'm just going to pop it round the top. Again, we're just going to spread it on like that. So, you know, any of you are new to watching me cake decorating, and those people who watch me on a regular basis, they watch me because, you know what, they're the same as me. You know what, they've got to do a cake and they want to get some sort of pretty ideas together. And let's just go for it and let's see what happens. And I don't want to be worrying about having straight cakes, because if I had to worry about having straight cakes, I'd never get any work done. So I'm quite happy with how this is.
And also, Carol, your nozzles,
Yeah.
it's called the Gem XL Piping Nozzles Box Set of 12.
Right, that's it. I knew it wasn't called Savoy nozzles, but that's what they are. Did you get me a baking tray up, Karen?
I did it at the side of you.
Oh yeah, great, good girl. Will that go in the freezer though?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, the freezer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I want to just try that baking tray in the freezer. I've an idea it might just, so I was thinking fridge, you see, rather than the freezer. skulls, don't you?
Oh yeah, he left them. I've told Ollie about them. He's coming picking them up.
Yeah. He's coming picking up the empty trays.
Yeah, you can pull out the chocolate.
So
So when the chop was in the kitchen, he left half of one of his school trays filled with chocolate. So I think Simon's got his eye on them.
He has got his eye on them. He keeps looking at them every so in the freezer. There you go, Carol.
Thanks very much. Right. So we've got a bit of a wonky cake, so we won't worry about that.
People on there are saying that wonky cakes taste better.
They do. Something about a wonky cake, isn't it?
Yes.
Makes it feel homemade, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's deliberate, you know, it's actually an art. So
Yeah, you try and repeat that, you never do it.
no, exactly. Right, okay. So I
It's very
do.
rustic. Got to
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
what we like. So I don't need that bowl anymore, so I'll chuck my excess water in there. Oh, and I tell you what, you will need to get out the freezer now, my green. Sorry, Simon could do that.
Well, he just moaned, don't he, for a bloke?
Because,
We all moan, don't we?
pardon?
I'm just moaning the...
So all I'm doing here, sometimes I use a scraper, sometimes I don't. Today I don't.
Or Jolene says, being here is like being at home with a load of friends.
Yeah.
Oh, and a brother who gate crashes.
Oh yeah. Has he get crashed tonight,
He's gate
Nick?
crashed tonight, yes.
Has he?
Yeah.
Nick likes talking to the girls, doesn't he?
He
He chats
certainly
them all.
does. He's a
He
bit
winds
of a
them all
flirt.
up, doesn't he?
He does wind them up.
So you'll see that I never get a straight edge. I'm not really that bothered about a straight edge. So let's just tell you what happened to my cake the other day. So I made the cake, you didn't see it on the live, but I made a cake for my friend's girlfriend for her birthday, and that was the sweet pea cake. So I haven't had a picture of what she looked when she got that cake, but apparently she was very happy. What was the last cake we made, Karen? Because I gave it to, we've got this lovely unit next door. Oh, Molly's cake.
Molly's cake. It was Chip.
Yeah, so Chip, who Molly made, which is one of my Jack Russells, we've got a lovely unit next door to us, and they've been ever so helpful in helping us move in. So I went and gave it to them. They just said, I said to them, what do I owe you for helping? Because our forklift truck hadn't arrived, and they helped us, and they just said, just repay us in cake. They couldn't believe it when Chip arrived. So, anyhow, so what was worrying is that they said they shared it to take it home between the children. So I don't know which kids got the head, which got the body, and which got the bum. So I just didn't like to ask, but apparently all kids liked it, whatever it was.
But maybe that's because I know they give you the frame back,
Yeah.
you know, the legs. But we noticed one of the feet was missing, so someone's had a big doll of fondant as well because one of the feet was missing.
I noticed the bone was missing because I said to him, don't eat the bone, it's just sugar paste. So there we go. So I'm just going to smooth this off just a little bit better. I think I'm smoothing it a bit better. I might be making it worse, I can never tell. So there we go. Right, and then we're just going to pop that on there. Okay, not going to worry about any of this at all. Don't worry if you've got bits of sponge hanging out. I'm going to hide all that afterwards. Yeah. So I'm just going to get this popped back in the freezer again. I'm going to give it to Simon. Simon can pop it
So
back
we've got
in the freezer.
a new lady. We've got Nirala Ramzonda, and she's new to the live, and she's saying
Hello.
hello there.
Please don't ask me to repeat that name. Hello, Nera. That will do.
She says, hi, I'm new to this live. So
Great.
hello
Where are
there.
you from? So we've got a good audience watching tonight, Karen.
Oh,
How are we
well,
doing?
7:50.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, crikey. You're poorly tonight. You don't know what to do.
Can I ask
So-
one question as well? That this lady's asked me, Lindsay's asked me a couple of times.
Freezer.
Are you going to be stocking the sweet stamps empty boxes?
I have, and I've just got to put them on the website. They are here, actually. They've arrived. I'll talk to you about some goods in a minute. So I've got the new sweet stamp sets. In fact, let me talk to you about boxes. Let me get these flowers out of the way and get them in the freezer.
Put you on the screen.
And then I'll talk to you about boxes. Yeah, that'd be good. Was she talking to me hands? So,
Nice hands.
Well, you had me doing something, so I couldn't do my job.
and you being so clever as well, Simon, knowing how to do everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so let's get the bags out then. So what we're going to do is let's make some peonies first. Okay. So I'll talk to you about the sweet stamps. Sweet stamps have brought out 2 new sets, Cutie Pie and Frosty, or Frosting. Frosty, I don't know, I've got it here, I'll show you in a minute. They are on the website. They brought out some new Halloween outbosses. I've also got some nice chocolate paint colouring for chocolate, rose gold and metallic bronze, and a butter mould for chocolate, and a handbag and shoe mould, just little handbags and shoes. What they're doing. Okay, so we're just going to put that in there.
Amira's from she's from Trinidad, but she's in New York.
Yeah, fantastic. Love New York. So they're behind in time. So I think, what are you 5 hours behind?
Yes, they are in New York. They're 5 hours behind us. Yes.
Yeah. So let's just get this one.
We've got them watching from everywhere. We've got them from Germany, South Africa, loving us. We've got them watching from Ireland, and another lady I've just lost her, but they're all over the world tonight, Carol.
Oh, thank you. Is something boring going on in the world tonight? You want to be with Sugar and Crumbs?
They've got you winging it.
Well, I hope you enjoy the live. Basically, if you're watching our kitchen tonight, all the ladies who are watching tonight, and gents, basically we're very chilled out and relaxed here. We just like to have a play at cake decorating, taking it nice and easy. Don't get upset about anything at all. So I'm just doing this one here. So I've got that nozzle. I may not use that one in a minute. And we've got the leaf nozzle there. Oh, actually I can use this one. Yeah, so we're very chilled out here. My style of cake decorating is all about, I wouldn't say for the hobby baker, I would just say for everybody really. It's more about being chilled out. So many people get so stressed out about cake decorating. There's no need to get stressed out about it. Just enjoy yourself. And you know what, if you make a mistake, make a buttercream leaf and hide it. Did you know that butterflies were made for hiding things? So you just make yourself a little butterfly and you hide everything. What?
That's how they evolved, is it?
Yes, that's what they were for. So I'm just mixing all my colours into here now, into my 1M as well. I'm going to put the rest of the white in there. I'll refill my bags afterwards when I know what I want with them. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's get all that
Lisa
over
says
there.
it wouldn't be the same on a Monday night without us all.
No, it wouldn't. We have a great following, a really nice following actually, and all the ladies who follow are lovely. I'm not one for pinning my hair up. I do wear false nails. I do wash my hands before I come here. The kitchen's spotlessly clean, and my hair is down. And if I touch my face or anything like that, don't worry about it, because the good thing is you're sat on your settee watching and enjoying yourself. You're not actually eating the cake. So the people who are eating the cake are the people who I choose to give it to, and they're always really happy. So it's never ever worry. And just in case any of you are watching for the first time and wondering why I've got my hair down or anything like that. So we've now got our pin here, and we are going to pop a little bit of buttercream on. Okay, now this is a large pin, a really large pin. Normally you don't get them this large. You can also use this as a heat core. We sell these, they're fabulous. So you just put a bit of buttercream on there, a nice piece of parchment paper. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make some rose swirls to start off with. So some really nice rose swirls with the 1M Wilton. So we're going to make a few of those. I've got my pan here so that we can put them straight into the freezer as well. So all you're going to do for your rose swirl, you can go into the middle, straight up into the middle. You're going to go around, you're going to go over, you're going to go around, and you're going to go down. Yeah. Really nice and easy. Don't know which way is best for Simon to have a look, from the overhead or from the side.
On the overhead,
Can you not? So again, let's just do a few more. So we'll just do a small one for that one. Yeah, that's like a little bud one that we want to do. You do a few of these and we just get them all ready for the freezing. You can do this with buttercream, but we're doing it with Swiss meringue buttercream today. So a nice rose, overlap, go around and down, always bring it down. Yeah, do not worry about that end bit, we hide that with a leaf. Yeah, so again, I'll do it again. So you go round, overlap the centre, round and down. See the colours are starting to come through now. So each of these roses will start to look slightly different. So we'll do a couple of little buds. Karen's going to have to get me out another tray for the freezer.
I'm watching the iPad there thinking that tray's filling up.
Yeah, we've only got a small freezer here, so let me just do that there. Shut up. We'll use all these afterwards.
Sorry?
No, I'm talking to the audience. Just saying we'll use all these afterwards. Thanks very much, my lovely. So it's just a little cookie tray that we're using here. So if you run out of buttercream on your tip, just put a little bit more buttercream on. So I'm just going to use all this, what's in the 1M here. Just going to do a couple more. So round and down. So you see that I put different colours in. So I'm going from a darker pink and they're starting to get lighter and they've got this nice lemony colouring. Can you see from the overhead, Simon? You can see there if I tip it on the side.
Do you want the overhead?
Yeah. You see now, it's changing colour. So that comes off there. So it's just nice, and I just, you know, you just throw your buttercream in randomly. We'll do another one.
Well, what they're saying now is they can really see the sheen on
Yes.
this Sugar and Buttercream from the angle that
Really
the camera
nice.
angle that Simon had. They can really see it
Yeah.
shining.
So really nice. So that's all your roses. I'm just going to bring them up to the camera there, to the overhead. So hopefully Simon should be able to get those there. So if I just tip them, you can see the sheen on them. So they're going to go in the freezer now and firm up because we want to be able to peel them off here afterwards. So I'm just going to pass them to Simon. So if Simon wants to put this back onto the front camera, if you find space in the freezer for them, Simon. Then we've got another tray here. So we're going to go and we're going to make a peony for this one. So we'll put a little bit of buttercream on. So for the buttercream, the peony, we're using the largest one of the peony nozzles, okay? And this is the 123 gem nozzle. And if we look to the overhead there, I don't know if you can see it very well. So
Yeah,
there. Do you remember where I said where the seam, you put the thin end on the seam and the thick end here at the bottom? So just had a fly come in and attack me. So so you put that there, and then what we do then is you hold the thick end at the bottom, okay, with the thin end at the top. And how you can keep hold of it is by you keep ruffling that ruffle. So you don't want that ruffle underneath with the thick end because it'll just keep scraping your cake if you're on your cake, or in this case on your parchment paper. So we just want it like this. So we're just going to do a little blob in the middle, okay? And then what we're going to do is, I don't know how Simon's going to get the camera angle there, but basically we're just going to squeeze and we're going to come round. I'm going to squeeze and we're going to come round, squeeze and we're going to come round, making like a little a bud there. And then we're just going to keep moving it round. And we're just doing small semicircles. Now, wait a minute, I've just got to hold my parchment paper there a minute. And you just keep bringing it round. Try not to end up with a square. So you're going to just keep, let me just get that off there a minute. And you're just going to keep bringing it round. If you look to the overhead there now, you have a nice peony. Yeah, closed peony. So we're going to pop that on there. Just do another one. So we'll just go there again. I'm going to work fast. So So you're just doing little semicircles going all the way around. Is it raining out there?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Jackie says peonies are overrated. I wonder why Jackie says that.
So our next one is on here.
I love your peonies.
What's going on there? Well, I'm struggling to get them round tonight. I don't know why. So we'll do another one. Then you could do a reverse peony, which ends up looking like a rose. That makes sense. So I've got a bit too much buttercream on there actually. I'm just hoping I've got enough in here now to do a rose. So we'll do a little blob. And then we're just going to go the other way. And you'll start seeing that it's going to do a little rose now. And because I want to squeeze what's down in my bag, I've just stuck that into a dummy. Yeah. Just so I can squeeze down what's left in my bag. So I'll just get the pressure on that there. Just finish off the rose. I just really need to get the last little bit out of here. So, yeah. And then just square it off a little. I've just squared it off a little bit by mistake. I'll just shape it in there. There you go. So they're going to go on there. Right then. So what have we got in this last bag now? So in this one that we've got out of the tube there, we're just going to squeeze. And I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to squeeze. Don't ask me what I'm making, I don't know myself.
You'll decide when it's finished.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to make that there, put that there. We'll do our last one. Now you can do these straight onto the cake, but we might decide to put them on the side of the cake. So we'll just do it like that. Okay. Pull them off. And I've got my last bit of parchment paper here, so let's just do that there.
So is that one out, that gem set that you're using?
Yeah.
Because they're saying they're looking like little cactuses and
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
that's what you would use for a cactus, to be fair. It is what you would use for a cactus. Right, so we're going to pop that in the freezer, Simon. You're going to pop that in the freezer. So I'll pop that over there. Right, so what buttercream have we got here now? So we'll squeeze it out, get rid of that. Oops. Put that in there.
On top, Simon, where the other cakes are.
Just sit them on top, yeah. Oh, it's because he's got the buttercream flour cakes in there, and so, do you want to pass me the buttercream flour cake at the, yeah. Pass me that back out. Super. Stick that on there, and if you put that like that, yeah. Sorting out the freezer. Yeah. So we'll get all the buttercream in here now. Get it all together. And then we are going to put it all in the piping tip. Could you grab me another 366, Karen? I think I've got the box out there.
Yes.
So I'm not mixing this in, I'm just going to push it in there into the leaf tip one. Karen's got me another 366 coming out now. So I'll put that in there. So I'm going to start cleaning up so it looks like we're respectable when we finish this cake. So it looks like that we will add some sort of organisation going on. Yeah. So we'll just get all that out of the way for Daisy. And then I'll talk to you about new products as well. So get all that out of the way there. Yeah, this is the largest pink board. Who's got their pink board? Who did the reserve?
Lots of people
So,
here.
who did the reserve? Who did the reserve and got away with only paying the reserve? Laura assures me nobody did, but I'm not too sure myself. So, and then there was people who just paid the deposit. Let me get it all sorted out. So the pink board you're going to love. Okay, so when you get the pink board, it's got like a nice film on it. So if you scratch it, put your fingers through it, you get this like little scratchy mark. So don't worry about that. That's actually the film. Okay. And then you don't have to actually put any icing sugar on your board or anything like that when you're rolling out. Some of you will, but you don't have to.
And once a week, a Trex it.
I wouldn't do it once a week.
You don't do it once a week?
No, do it every 3 or 4 months. Karen does it, but she shouldn't have to. I just need to tell her she can save herself that job every week.
Okay, thank you.
So, but you don't need to, no. And also you can use both sides. So just in case your husband does come in and chop up on it, you want to kill him, just turn it over and use the other side, okay?
But remember to turn it back when you leave
remember
it.
Turn it back, yeah. But also rub lots of Trex in as well, and it's called a self-healing board as well. Won't get rid of it totally, but it actually won't cause you any problems at all. So we've got this in here. Got a little bit in there.
Right, Leslie Ann Lloyd says she's paid the reserve, but
Yeah.
she's still waiting.
Oh, phone the office tomorrow. If you paid the reserve, phone the office. They are actually in stock. So we had half of them delivered. The other half was delivered on Friday. So if you phone the office tomorrow, Laura will sort it out for you. Piping bags, there they are. So piping bags, phone Laura, she'll sort it out for you. So I can't remember who's on early tomorrow. Phone Laura after 9. So I have a feeling she's in later tomorrow. So I'm just going to pop this other nozzle in here. Scissors. I don't know, scissors here. I have made a right mess me tonight. I had to do Georgie's preparation class. So I'm sat here with it all out and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to get my own stuff out. Turn around like a mad woman. So we'll get the green in. So remember, we don't need to worry about lopsided cake or anything. We don't need to worry about any patches. Don't worry if you've got pink on your green, doesn't matter. I might have had to, no, it'll be fine. Don't just put this straight into your bag either, like I'm doing, because I'm going to have fun in a minute. But what you should have done is just mixed it back around again, just softened it up. But right, so I'm just going to do a couple of leaves there a minute. So I do need to squeeze it out, 1 second. I did a bit of a schoolgirl error there. So a minute. Hold on. Right, do you want to pass me those flowers out the freezer, Karen? Simon. What's vibrating, beeping?
I think it was Simon.
Was it? Is it you, that Simon?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Are you getting any more extra large?
All of them.
I am.
Come back into stock
Yeah,
before
yeah, no, I've got
Christmas?
loads of them.
All of them, Carol.
Yeah, please. No, I've got loads of them, but I'm just drawing them down as I need them. So if you want them, phone Laura. So I'm just drawing them down as I need them. I know it sounds a bit weird, that drawing them down, but the supplier, I've ordered quite a lot ready. So what we're going to do here now is I'm just going to stick my cake on there, on there. Another one. Would help if I brought the tray a bit nearer, wouldn't it? Just going to stick another one on there. Bearing in mind, I've no idea what this is going to look like yet, so don't panic. I'll just see what it looks like in a minute. Put that one there. Set that on there.
So they've set quite hard quite quickly, haven't they?
Yeah, they do set quickly. So I'm just going to set that one there.
Will they stay that hard or will they defrost a little bit?
No, they'll soften up. So as I've done that, I wasn't very gentle in getting my rose off, so I'm now going to have to curl my rose around because I was too busy talking to Simon, and now I've just broke my rose in half.
Just to demonstrate that they're not indestructible.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of
Things
like
you have to do just for demonstration purposes.
Absolutely. So instead of gently pulling it off my board, off my cake thing there.
So the flavours we're using tonight is black cherry, whipping it up.
Yeah.
So some of them flowers have only been in there 5 minutes, haven't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they don't take long to do.
So how long could you keep this cake in the fridge for, Carol? How long?
We can go and put it back in the freezer now because you can put it back in the freezer if you want, or you can leave it in the you can leave it out now for a couple of days. It's absolutely fine to leave out. But this is just like a quick way of just decorating, really. Okay, so just hold on here a minute. So I'm just going to put my buttercream there. I'm just going to pop in a little bit here. I've made a boo-boo with my green, so I'm gonna pop that there a minute. I should have mixed the green and I didn't. I'm gonna stick that on there. I'll stick this one here. And I'm just going to stick this last one on there. I'm just going to pop them on. Stick this last one on here. Get rid of all that. Move that out of the way. Right, so what I'm actually going to do now is just going to squeeze this buttercream out of here for this leaf and do what I should have done. Instead of just popping it in the bag, I should have just smoothed it out. Okay. It's all gone very quiet in the kitchen. What you're waiting for?
Well, they're thinking your cake's looking really pretty.
Well, I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm thinking it's looking a bit dodgy.
No, they think it's beautiful actually. They think it looks gorgeous, it's beautiful, It's looking really pretty. The cake's a fantastic colour.
It wasn't quite, I know I didn't really have an idea, but I did muck up and that was a schoolgirl error. I should have asked Karen for the darker pink first, but I wasn't thinking. And that's my fault entirely, that. But it would have been a good idea if I'd done that first. Pop a couple of these leaves in here. You can hide loads of things with leaves. So don't worry about your rustic look. So do you remember I put the white one, the pink in there as well? So I'm just going to do the same now, there. So just pop it behind with a couple of pink leaves. I'll just check which camera can you see on there. I think that's all we're going to do actually.
Well, Carol, it's that usual question on here again. What about a couple of butterflies?
Yeah, we'll get a couple of butterflies out.
They're butterfly mad, these people. And they think it looks absolutely gorgeous. They say
I'm
it's
not 100%
really
convinced it's gorgeous.
Well, that's what they're
but
saying.
I think we can get away with it, can't we, for a quick decorative cake.
Yeah, and And this would work with normal buttercream as well.
Absolutely,
wouldn't it, Carol?
yeah. Absolutely, yeah. You just play, don't you? It's just to show you how you can get it really nice and glossy with this Swiss meringue buttercream, that's all. So I just want to use all that up there. So what have I got in here?
Lastero is one of our new viewers, and they said they're a newbie. They'd love to attempt one like this, but they're very nervous because it's a gorgeous cake.
Well, don't be nervous, because anybody will tell you here, I'm not a cake decorator, I'm just playing. So look, my cake isn't smooth. You can see it's not smooth. But you know, I'll give this away to somebody tomorrow, and I tell you, I'm giving this to another building next to us tomorrow. So the other cake went to the lads who've helped me out a lot. And then I went into another building. All the buildings near us have been, I'll just change camera over. So all the buildings of people have popped in, and they're all curious, because it's even though we've moved on to a business centre, they're all like, there's one that does all the housing association, one does all the scaffolding and big machinery trucks thing, something else does something for leisure. I think they do the insides of swimming pools and stuff. Well, the fact they just can't get over it, they've all been googling us Sugar and Crumbs. They've been like, what's Sugar and Crumbs, what's Sugar and Crumbs? And then they think we make cakes in there, so they've been dead chuffed. So like I say, one building has actually had loads of cakes off us, and then they got Molly's cake the other day, and then I'm going up to another building, helped me out this morning, and they got me a load of keys cut and stuff, and gate fobs. So I told them I'll bring them in a cake today, so that's where tomorrow, that's where this is going to go. So that'll go there. So they're quite chuffed with
And
that.
Jackie said,
Keep it
wow,
all.
would never have thought to do pink leaves, it looks fab.
Yeah, no, you should never be frightened about the leaves colour. You can do them any colour you want. It's your cake. It's up to you. So we'll get a couple of butterflies out, do those, and then we'll talk about some new products that we've got in. Should we decide what butterflies are in? They're the butterflies, and they're daisies. So we've got a couple of butterflies on here. So those who saw me in the Buttercream Flowers class the other day, the butterflies survived really well. Now these are edible, these. Look how cool these are. So we sell these on the website. You get 20 in a box, do you? Is it 20? Yeah, 20 pieces in the box, and you get 5 rows of different colours. But they do look really, really good. So we'll just pop a couple on a leaf there. So one can go there. And I put them in the freezer as well, and the cake came out absolutely fine. We'll stick one there, so it's on there. And you can put these on your dodgy bits. So if you've got a dodgy bit, you know.
Dodgy bits.
I'd have to use all 20 then.
Yeah. So if you have got a bit of a dodgy bit going on, you could just think, ooh, right, I best stick that there. So I'll just stick mine there. So that'll go on there. And then that'll do that, won't it? So, oh, I didn't put a leaf in there. Right, okay, let's see if I've got anything left in there. Just to go in there. Oh, look at that. Just went in there. So, yeah, so they're just really nice, isn't it? It's just something a bit colourful. Looks a bit bright on the camera there, doesn't it? It look really bright on the camera there.
No.
Right, so that's our cake. Okay, so I'm going to pop that back in the freezer. The cake came out of the freezer earlier, and then I've cut it while it's been frozen, and then just put it all together. It's quite safe to go back in the freezer exactly as it is, and then tomorrow I will give it to John, and he can go drop it off and work. Yep, or I might even drop it off on the night shift.
Charlene's just joined us, and she's pointing
good. Yes, okay, yes. Good. I meant to say to you about that.
She's only just joined us now.
Oh, have you, Charlene? Right, okay then. So let me get this out of the way. Hope you like this. Anyhow, just a bit of a fun cake.
The hearts that are coming in here, they love it.
Right, good. And considering I wasn't meant to be doing the live tonight and nobody knew what I was going to do, there we go. That's what we've got. So,
won again.
Absolutely. And I'll glitter it up in the morning. So Simon, do you want to put that in the freezer for me, love? And then I just want to talk to you about a couple of things that we've got going on. Just don't put your finger in it. Yeah, great. All right then, so clean my board. So I do want to say thank you to Charlene, but it did make me cry as well. I just want to talk to you about these things as well.
I've left mine in the office.
Have you?
Yeah.
So we don't know who sent these, okay, but look at these. Somebody has sent these to us, and this says, to everyone at Sugar and Crumbs, thank you for all that you do, all the very best in your new premises. But there's no name, so we don't know who's done it, but how fabulous is this? So what we're going to do is, when our reception area is done, it's going to take us 3 weeks before we can finish the move. Because what we've done now is taken everything down, moved it into the new warehouse, and then we've now got to wait for our mezzanine to be dismantled on Wednesday. That's going to take 3 days. Then they've got to build it back up again. Then we've got to refill it again, and then basically by the end of September we should be done. And then we're going to well, John says we're not, so I'm going to tell him whispering, but we are. Right, we're going to work on getting the reception area done. Yes. So having it all pretty. Guess what colour it's going to be?
It's not going to be pink, is it?
Look at the flower, it's going to be green. He'll be listening to that, John, you know, he's a right nosy all. And yeah, but look at that, isn't that pretty what somebody sent? Yeah. I tell you what, you lot are really amazing. The things that you send, Sugar and Crumbs, is amazing. Considering you're all into cake, the other craft skills that you all have is lovely. So this one came to Sugar and Crumbs, but we don't know who sent it. And then look at this one, Sugar and Crumbs flower bouquet carol. So this tells me this is somebody in our bouquet group, but again there's no name on it. It just says thank you, nothing on the back. But how pretty is that? We're gonna have that frame. We're gonna have, well, that's framed, we'll put that in another frame. Yeah. That one, Karen got one. What did you get on yours? The baking queen?
Cupcake queen.
Cupcake queen, yeah. And then I do want to say, loads of you have sort of, so I have to say this quick because I've done this several times today. I'm absolutely fine until I start talking about Rachel. But so many of you have been supportive, and I really find it very overwhelming and touching. I really just don't know what to say to you, but so many of you have messaged me, checked I'm okay, messaged through the night, messaged over the weekend. You know, you've sent in flowers, you've sent all sorts of things. It's just been truly amazing. I can't thank everyone because I just can't remember. But this arrived today, and isn't this pretty? And this, in honour of Rachel, it's, if you don't know about Rachel, don't ask, somebody else will tell you. But it's sunflowers, and look at this, Charlene Darley, it's Daly, isn't it? Yeah. Had this made and sent this, just look at that, for me to remember Rachel with a sunflower there. Isn't that lovely? So, you know, and I'm not going to put it on the key ring if I'm honest, because I actually don't want to ruin it. And then I've just had loads of little gifts off everybody, but you know, there's a lady called Breeder who writes every morning and every night, and I had a really interesting conversation with her over the weekend. You know, I just asked her point blank, why does she message me, and what was about her life story? And it's really touching, you know, when you listen to other people's life stories as well. She's not the only one. I've actually spoke to quite a few of you out there about your life story, and we all have a life story, don't we? We all have a past, we all have a history, and it's what makes us the people that we are today. And you know, my whole thing is about just getting on with people and having a laugh. I'm very direct and I'm straight at the same time, and I want things done my way. But you know what, I've got a really good heart, and it's so lovely to see how many of you have got good hearts. There's, you know, the majority of you got great hearts, and you just want to give yourself a big pat on the back. You really all do, because you've all been absolutely super, and I can't say any more than that, but you're great. And the fact that you love Sugar and Crumbs team, our team is not just about me, Karen and Simon in here, or Antonia, it's about everybody at Sugar and Crumbs, right from the production lads who make your bags of icing sugar, to the lads in the warehouse who pack it, to the ones who are sweeping floors and carrying boxes, and every single person is valued in Sugar and Crumbs, and they really are. Even when I'm going on at them that, you know, come on, get that paper up off the floor, or whatever it is, I'm chasing them around the warehouse, they also know we have a good laugh together, you know, and it's a team, and that's how we work as a team. So, and it's nice that you lot love that team, and I do tell them that as well. So so a big thank you, because I'm just waffling now. But let's talk about some new goodies that we've got in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. I put a few things on the website over the weekend. Can't remember what they are. Just go and have a look in what's new. And but those of you who are on Claire's cake pops, not cake pops, macaron class, silver straws are in stock. So we've got silver straws in stock. Now they're not shiny silver. To me, they look like a nice grey. And then we've got gold stars, sticks. I told you I'm losing my marbles. I still haven't remembered what I was magnetised to the other day either. I'll have to remember what it is because it was quite funny. But anyhow, whatever it was that became attached to.
Was it a nozzle?
Pardon? No, don't know what it is, can't think. So we've got those in stock now, golden, silver cake pop sticks. So Claire Corbett will be using them, they're in stock. We've got some chocolate moulds in, some small chocolate moulds in for some of those, if you want to make some of those truffles that Ollie showed you the other day. So, you know, if you're going to make your vodka treats, weren't that good? Wasn't it good, that live the other day? And those who missed it, go back and watch Thursday's live. Go back on YouTube and watch it. It was fantastic. Who would have thought you could just throw in vodka? I mean, I don't drink, so it doesn't matter to me. But who would have just thought you could throw in vodka, Tia Maria, straight into your chocolate? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just amazing, you know. There we are, we're all worrying about a bit of cream that we're throwing. Right, let's get over ourselves, girls. Just shuck it in.
It's a good glug.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, but Ollie is doing a class. We've got some wonderful people doing classes. So we've got Jerry Chu, she's got 3 classes in, the handbag cake, the car cake. The car cake, she's going to show you that once you know how to do that, it's the base for any car. She's got a handbag cake that she's going to show you how to make. The cute dragon and castle cake is like really filling up, that's really doing well. We've also got Dawn Butler in from Dinky Doodle on the 1st of October. She's going to do her handbag cake, the carry one. So we've brought in the holders, so we're going to do, it's the oblong one, the oval and the round. Dawn is doing the oval one on the day, but she's actually going to go through all the other shapes, show you how to do those. We've got Ollie in, who's going to talk about chocolate. So yes, you're going to do a chocolate shoe, but you will also be making truffles. He'll be doing other things on the day. He's going to show you how to do those chocolate polka dots on the shoe, which I thought was really clever. No idea how he's done that, so you're going to learn how to do that. And he said you can either do 2 larger shoes or a mini shoe and a normal large shoe. You just buy the shoes off Amazon. I put the links in the group. Calibo chocolate he wants you to use because it's good quality chocolate. So we've got the butter mould and we've got the handbags and shoe mould, but this is not for the class, this is just for little bits. New paints. So these are new paints by Sugar Flare, metallic bronze and rose gold. Now interesting, Karen in the office today, we have 2 Karens. Don't know whether you can see from the overhead there, but can you see that there's a white bit there? So but Karen and I are looking at this day. Karen's pulled me. She said, Carol, I think it's faulty this. I said, all right, I'll give them a ring. And I was putting it on the website after.
You need to microwave them.
You've always got to ruin it, you, haven't you? Always got to ruin it. How do you know that?
Because it says on it.
Well, when did you read that?
When I was photographing them.
Right, anyhow, get up on the front camera, right. So anyhow, I'll have a word with Karen Naylor in the office because she obviously didn't read it and now I look dead embarrassed, don't I? So I went, oh yeah, look at that, it is look a bit ropey that, doesn't it? So anyhow, when I was putting these 2 products on the website tonight, I did read the instructions and you do have to microwave it. And I didn't read what was on the jar, Karen. If she's watching tonight.
She is watching tonight, yes.
Right, Karen. So, and the good thing is they're nut-free, they're gluten-free, GM-free, SIP-free, suitable for vegans as well. But these are for painting on your chocolate. So afterwards, you could do a really nice bronze shoe, whatever. Metallic bronze shoe or rose gold.
In them already,
pardon? Yeah, so I think that's what that must be. That's the cocoa butter there, isn't it? So you pop them in the microwave, 10-second blast, keep giving them a stir until they get to the consistency and then paint with them.
Even like, you could do like you sounds daft, you know, like the flowers like cherry blossoms or putting on the gold and that, but like you could really decorate.
Well, I think if we have if we have Ollie in on a regular basis showing us how to do things, he'll show you how to do that. The other thing is in the shoe class, if you buy the red colour mill, he's going to show you how to do a Louis Vuitton shoe. If you go and buy the shoe class, don't be tempted that he's just going to do that shoe. He's going to show you plenty of things in that class. I just can't list it because what he'll do is he'll get through what he can on the day, and then the next class he's going to show you how to do the handbag class, and then you're going to want to learn some tricks with that as well. So so if you buy the red colour mill, you'll be able to do the Louis Vuitton as well. So Sweet Stamps have brought some more Outboss out. So I'm not going to show you how to do these because we're going to run out of time. But if you've not looked at Outboss, they're actually really fabulous. So they're the reverse of embossing. So what you do is you roll the sugar paste over this. So well, basically you roll out your sugar paste and then you press it in. And I will do it for you, but I just can't do it tonight. Then you press it in, take it off, get your round cutter, cut it, and then you've got a raised effect which you can then paint now, which is quite nice. So you've got the creepy web, you've got spooky for Halloween, and you've got trick or treat for the cupcakes, so they're really very good. And then they brought out 2 new lettering sets. So you know, Amy is actually really very good with a lettering set, so this is a small one for your cupcakes. So with each one of these now, you get your tutorial on the back to show you how it works. Okay, that you get the letters on there, and in this set you get the uppercase, the lowercase, and you get the numbers. In this set you get 2 A's, 2 E's, 2 I's, 2 O's, 2 P's, 2 S's, 2 U's, 2 Y's. So it's quite handy, and it's in this lovely lilac colour as well. So I'm going to talk to you about the boxes in a moment. Yeah, so that's that set there, and it's called Frosting. It's on the website, so if you're interested in that, it's there, it's available. And then Cutie Pie is the new one, okay? So it's another pink set, which is the same pink set as the Sugar and Crumbs set, but I don't know how well you can see that on there. The picture on the website, there, can you see the ice cream on there? Look, that's the font. So it's quite cute, that, isn't it? So the numbers are there as well, and they do the and a little bit different. Have you seen the and there? I thought the and was upside down, but it isn't. It's the style for that font. So I think it looks quite good, that, doesn't it? So she's got it on a cupcake, and she's got it on the side of the cake there as well. So those are the 2 newest sets. They've just been launched this weekend. I was a bit late getting them on the website. I think they were launched on Friday, and I didn't get them on the website until tonight, but they're on the website. Did you take all your sets back, Karen? All your Sweet Stamp sets? All right, okay then. So just let me talk to you about boxes. I don't know if I've got any. So let me talk to you about boxes. If you're going to buy boxes, I've only ordered the large boxes. Now the reason for that is that I don't want people ordering the small boxes and their sets not fitting in. So I haven't got any of the older sets. So I think this is one of them. That's one of them. That's a new one. So I'll just give you an example. There's an empty box there. This is what I brought home the other day to test with. So I'll just give you an example. If you are buying the boxes, I just stick mine in here and use cling film on them. But if it's like this set now for Curly. So for the Curly set now, and all the number sets now, they've all been designed to fit into the box. So that's how they are. But the old Curly set, look at that. So if you just look at that there, can you go to the overhead, Simon? Don't know whether you can see it. I'll just pick it up. So the old Curly set is just over. So I'm just going to lift this one out without tipping all the numbers out. So it won't fit in the box. So I've got to give Amy a due. I've got to give her some support here. When she brought these out, she just brought them out for sets, but then people kept asking her, could she do boxes, presentation boxes, and it's all something that's come into costings. But in fairness to her, she has invested in the boxes, but she then changed the sets because you used to get the upper and lower case all separate. Well, then she's tried to fit them all into one big set now, and the numbers separately. But unfortunately, you can't fit the small ones into the box. The only ones that fit in the small sets here is like the cookie set, the vanilla set, and 1 or 2 of the other number sets. So I've not invested in these on the website, but I have invested in the large ones. So if you are going to buy the large ones, not much difference in price. If you put that in there, it is going to slide around. Okay, well in fact it's not going to slide around, in fairness. Look at that. Oh, it's because I've got shrink wrap on mine. That's wet, aren't I? Crikey, honestly, Carol. Right, let's put this set in because this hasn't got any shrink wrap on it. So, yeah, so it will move around. So you could get some Velcro on, Okay.
The letters won't jump out, will they?
No, no, they won't. So you could get some Velcro on, double-sided Velcro if you wanted to, or those little sticky dots. The only problem then is for sort of like, you know, if you just wash your letters, all right, because otherwise you might struggle to get your pad out. But you shouldn't be putting this in hot soapy water, anyhow. It should be wiped with a cloth. But you just put your sticky dots on there and then sit it in there. Yep. And all your big sets will go in here. So she's designed it that the big box, all your big sets will go in here. So it's all the little sets that you're going to struggle with. Like I say, I'm going to put these on the website now when we finish this live, because I didn't get a chance to do it before we went live, and then you can buy them then if you want to buy them. This is also magnetised as well, so it's great. Look, you've got to flick it off. Yeah, you can. Now obviously if you do want to tip it upside down, let's do it with a set that's in a cover, it's going to fall out, isn't it? Oh.
They were in a cover.
Honest to God, I need to go and have a lie down, don't I? Go and find a set that's in a freaking cover.
Right. Needs a stiff cocoa and a bed.
Eh?
Stiff cocoa and a bed.
I do. Find a set that's in a cover. I've got a freaking set that's in a cover. Right, okay. I thought I had a set here. I've only got this set that's in the cling film, but let's do this. So if we put that in, I'm almost sure that if you, let's see what happens. Oh, look at that, it doesn't. So it doesn't fall out. So that's quite good then, isn't it? So it doesn't fall out. So that's because of the magnet there. So it's quite strong, that really, isn't it? So if you have got some, let's see if we can really go for it. Yeah, so if you go for it, it will come
really
out.
Shake it,
yeah, that's it. So that's the boxes. So if you give me, I'm going to get Karen to make me a cup of tea, and I'll go and put these on the website. So they're there if you want to buy those. And then you've got your new sets as well. And in the meantime, we're cleaning up the kitchen. I've just chucked all this stuff off all over the floor. And look at this. I've got a class here tomorrow. Karen thinks she's going home, but you know what? She's always got her eye on that bedroom upstairs. Tonight is the night. She'll be staying there because we're going to have to clean this place up for Georgie in the morning. That's me, by the way. I'm doing it, but I forgot.
You're not staying in bed tomorrow.
I'm covering for Georgie tomorrow. So anyhow, I think I'm waffling on with myself now, but we've got 5 minutes to 10, so we have finished early. Karen, is there any questions? Does anybody want to know anything?
No, everyone just said about putting sticky tabs around the edge of the there, and you're getting lots of laughing faces and lots of love hearts.
I'm tired.
And they've all said, thank you so much for being live. They've really enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Glad you've enjoyed it. Sorry if I'm not like full on ball, but I never am. I'm always tired. So we'll see those in George Gobbold's class tomorrow morning. Me and Jerry, Simon and Karen are going to be here, and this kitchen hopefully is going to look a lot better.
It's going to look cleaner. Any idea how much the boxes are before you?
I've no idea.
There we go. There's the answer.
Yeah. No, I've actually no idea what they are. Do you know what they are? I don't know what they are. No, but they will be on. I'm going to get, like I say, get me a cup of tea, and I'll go and get them on. They'll be on in 10 minutes, so you can have a look then. All right then. So good night from us. Otherwise, I'll see those who are in Georgie's class tomorrow, and I will see you. Buttercream Flowers on Thursday. Oh, we've got a new lady in the kitchen on Thursday night. So I don't know how to say her name. Is it Cicely? Is it Cicely she called? Did you see her name?
Cicely,
what was the name? Is it Cicely? Yeah. And she's going to show you how to make fabric paper. So she's going to cover a cake. So she's going to make fabric paper, movable fabric paper. What would you call it? Fabric paper. It's soft. It looks like fabric.
It looks like material.
It looks like material. She's going to show you how to make that, and she's going to show you how to make cellophane, edible cellophane as well.
Oh, wow.
So we've never had that done, have we? And so she's going to do that, and she's going to do that on Thursday night. Pardon?
Is she actually in here?
Is she what?
In here?
Yeah, she's going to do it in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that.
Oh, did you want to watch that? Yeah, Simon's not here. So that's going to be a great live on Thursday night, and then Karen's in the kitchen on Friday, so that'd be great. Right, I'm going to leave. Oh, and we've got Hannah, the cake illusionist, in on Saturday, so you've still got time to join Hannah's class. You really should join that. She's done the cat, and she made me do the cat, and I didn't want to, and I said I would never eat an animal cake, but when you make it, it's actually no problem eating it, because you just know it is all cake. And I actually actually really enjoyed the day and made a great cat cake. She's making an Alsatian this weekend, but also she's going to adapt it for some other other dogs that you've got. So a bit like what Molly does really. She'll show you different ways on how to adapt it in different colour tones. And then she's got a third class to do, which she'll probably do later in, I think sometime in October, she'll probably do that for us as well. Yeah, so still get on that. That's a good bargain. That one works at £20 a class. And then, did they see Molly's, not Molly's, Doe Griffin's? Do you want to pass me a couple of Doe Griffins?
Yes.
Who did Doe Griffin's class? So Doe Griffin's class is a complete bargain. And Karen put it in a nice way as well. So she did 5 models, did she do?
5 models.
So 5 models for the class, £20 a class, works out £4.50 a model, is it? £4 a model. There, I can't even work out 20 quid, it's that late now. So there you go, you learn how, there's 2 of them. So you learn how to make these in class, so you can't moan, can you? So she's got this one, you can still join this one. Look at this, it's a little cutie, isn't it? Yeah.
This is the extra that we put in at the end.
Yeah, and then she did a little extra. So this one's a little for Christmas. This is a little little place setting. That's what it is for Christmas. So she showed you how to make that. So there's 5 that she did, wasn't there?
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah. Oh, I knocked off the things there.
It's alright. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So there we go.
Yeah, there we go. So look at that. So you can still join that class. So it's already happened, but lots of you have joined classes or done them afterwards. And I get loads of messages afterwards that go, Carol, it was just like still being in the kitchen as though it was live. So that's £20 a class and you've got 5 models there. Where are you going to learn to do a model at £4 a model? Nowhere, are they? And then everybody from that class then went on to join the Halloween, and hopefully when they've done the Halloween they'll then go on and join the Christmas ones. So loads of classes on the website, go and join them. You're in for a great time. You don't have to do them on the day, do them when you're ready, but you'll be in for a great time. Right, definitely going now because I've dragged this out to 10 o'clock. Cheerio, bye, get lost, see ya.
See you, bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, bye.